It's 6:13 p.m. in the morning. You're listening to FOX Who Gives a Damn About My Past as we bring you round number 3 to the International Hunger Games Championship for the semifinals as we have the 36 VTubers that have finished from 7th place to dead last. And the first competitors that finished 7th were from these District 1 to District 2, from last place to District 35 to District 36. These competitors are in the toughest of their battles in their life. Only the top 12 could advance to the finals. So with that being said, this is going to be the final day for competition before we get to the finals. And as we reported, as just about 5 or so days ago, even a couple days after my first 2 videos I've recorded before, it stated that VTuber Fillion has had all of her social media banned outright. So technically, me putting her in this tournament is still a little bit questionable, but that won't stop us as we're actually throwing in a few little southpaws here and then. So we're going to see what happens after the end of this tournament, and we will get down to business. So with that being said, I have introduced these 36 VTubers before, and we don't have to do it again. So with that being said, let's break it down. And break it down indeed, as the tributes stand on their podiums, probably for one more last time, except the remainder of the top 12, which is one of my specialties, as the horn sounds. Iron Mouse runs away from the cornucopia, while Mori does the opposite. She runs away with a lighter and some rope. Fillion's friend Lena actually fights Shy Lily's friend Akuma for a bag. Lena actually wins that battle, as old, the wiser you are. Vienna takes a spear from inside the cornucopia, while Narissa Ravencroft will take out Emirichu for her supplies, the first tribute to go down. Tricky snatches a pair of saves while Rainho runs away, followed by Shy Lily. Kuragyu rips a mace out of our good old friend Subaru's hands. Silverveil grabs a backpack full of explosives, so keep an eye on her. Fubuki grabs a shovel. Saba Samiko will clutch a first aid kit, while Hakos runs away. Vibe finds Apricot hiding in the cornucopia and puts her out of her misery for the fun of it. Nimi and Bao fight for a bag, and Nimi gives up. The crocodile friend of ours shoots an arrow straight to Fillion's mother, but misses, taking out Nanners. With that all being said, Cottontail runs away from the cornucopia. Ninome overpowers Camilla. While with all that happening, Crony and Cecilia fight for a bag as well. And Crony gives up. Tiara severely injures out Buff Puff, puts her out of her misery, and Usada Pecora will also run away from the cornucopia. Fillion, Chibi, and Aurora are not questioning why Fillion is still here. They just work together to just survive, while Cinder stays at the cornucopia for resources, probably waiting for someone to take her out, because it depends how many VTubers still want to give her a chance. Nene runs away from the cornucopia, and now we're into day 1 of competition, and wow, look at these interesting competitors here. From some Hololive members to an independent VTuber with a friend of some Japanese but living American citizen VTubers. This is an interesting type of group of people here that are hunting for other tributes out there. While we have Ravencroft and Cinder splitting up for resources, Pantera receives a hatchet, while Ninome might have died while trying to escape the arena. Whether it was an accident or on purpose, we'll never know. Fubuki, Lena, and Fillion hunt for the tributes. It's great to see these two together, and I'm sure they are questioning, is Fillion going to come back? Who knows? Shy Lily will stab our good old rookie, the crocodile, with a size. I never expected an orca to defeat a crocodile, but if you ever see an orca versus a crocodile, well, the orca might still win. Nene defeats Aurora, but spares her life. Cha-Cha takes out with Tiara to work together. Ooh, and another rookie in 2025 is gone. The Crocodile and Saba Samiko, both rookies in 2025, are gone for competition as Cottontail shoots an arrow into her head. And that is all you have to say about him. Apricot fishes. Silvervale, Crony, and Chibi hunt for the tributes while Bao receives medical supplies. Hackles is picked by thorns while picking berries, while Subaru sprains her ankle while running away from Vienna. Nimi discovers a river while Numi actually takes out one of her friends in the action. She shoots her in the head just to finish her off. Can't say much about that. Pecora is picked by thorns while picking berries, and 9 tributes in competition are gone. And that is all I have to say about day 1 because that's not even half the tributes there. Even with only 24 tributes, that's not even halfway through. Fubuki destroys Elena's supplies, and I just forgot to give her a Z, but my keyboard Z is broken, so that's the reason. Subaru receives Queen Water while Shy Lily takes out another tribute in competition. That will be Tiara with a hatchet. Apricot tries to treat her infection while Pecora is then able to start a fire. Fillion does the same thing as Apricot does, just like Chibi Doki is. Numi attempts to start a fire, but same thing for Pecora, no go. Nene thinks about winning, but I think you should care about finishing in the top 12. Crony tries to sing herself to sleep while Mori catches Panthera off guard. Hakos looks at the night sky while Iron Mouse thinks about home. And look at this, Rainho, Battle Whale are together while teaming off with Nene and Narissa, with Cecilia Immergreen in shifts. Interesting type of duo here with a couple great people we know and some that we don't know have ever collaborated, but it just goes to show you, these people are teaming together a lot different than they are. Silvervale sees fire and stays hidden. Cinder and Roa tell stories about themselves. Cha-Cha climbs a tree to rest while Cottontail, sees a fire. Vienna dies from infection. Ow. Cinder searches for a water source. And Numi chases Roa while Cha-Cha picks flowers, while maybe still up on the tree. Subaru makes a wooden spear while Chibi scares Battle Whale off guard. Silvervale, Mori, and Shy hunt for the tributes while Narissa and Apricot work together. Ooh, and sadly for Cottontail, wasn't her time because Usada Pecora, Hakos, Iron Mouse, and Lena track her down. Can't say much about that. Just can't say much about that. Cecilia explores the arena while Nene sprains her ankle running away from Fubuki, considering Nene's a seal, so how can you break an ankle if you're a seal? We'll never know. Crony tries to spear fish while Nini receives fresh food. Keep an eye on her if that's poison food or not. Rainho discovers a river while Fillion thinks about home and... Oh, wait, that's not it. The arena event tributes began to hallucinate, and looks like the only person to take out Cinder will be Char Char, thinking that Cinder is a bear, not a hellhound. Mori survives while Silvervale does. Roa and Apricot decide to jump in a rabbit hole to Wonderland. Turns out to be a pit full of rocks. Funny. Narissa survives while Lena is eaten by scorpions. Or no, she eats a scorpion, but the dessert eats her because a delicate dessert is not a scorpion. Fillion survives. Unfortunately, her friend didn't, but her mother is still alive, but we don't know about that. Numi and Chibi decide to jump in a rabbit hole of Wonderland as well, which kind of makes sense, but again, for Numi, not deserving. Subaru, Nene, Hako survives while, Crony hugs a Tracker-Jacker nest, believing it's a pillow. And that's the same thing for Fubuki. Pecora survives while Nimi drowns Shy Lily, who she thought was a shark trying to eat her. Which, she's not wrong. like, don't get me wrong. Would you rather be getting eaten by a shark or a whale? I guess people are more afraid of orcas, but for sharks, they could just kill them easily. So, good job for Nene there. she wasn't close. Like Shy Lily does remember as a shark. Like you can even call Shy Lily a hammerhead orca. That would be something interesting. Cecilia survives while Bao and Iron Mouse also decide to jump in a rabbit hole of Wonderland, which I'm sure it's the same one than Chibi Doki and Numi jumped the last time, or the same one as Roa and Apricot did. Maybe those 6 both jumped in the same rabbit hole. All we know is Rainho survives, and that right there seals the deal. So these 4 tributes died in from night 1 to day 2, but these remainder 11 other tributes did not do so well. So if you had to minus the 15 other tributes with minus... So 15 tributes minus 9, that equals 12 tributes in competition. Wow, sounds like Tsunagi Yuzu's friends, Balawale, Numi, even others, like even former friends and enemy friends of theirs are not going to make it. Man, it seemed like Tsunagi Yuzu really thought her friends were going to make it, but it sounded like that arena event did not do good for them. From Ravencroft making it, Silvervale, Immergreen, and Nene actually qualify for competition, considering how they actually barely managed to finish top 10 the last time, so good job for them to get another opportunity here. Subaru, good job for her. She finished 10th place the last time. Even 12th place for Cha-Cha. Guess what? She's in the top 12. She'll get a better finish. Rainho, well, at least Yuzu will meet her friend. Fillion, on the other hand, you know what? Girls, I have a feeling I'm going to have to, you know what? I'm going to think about Fillion in the next video, if I ever do, but... Anyway, so Mori actually had a terrible finish the last time. We got 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th, 15th place for them. So 18th place. Mori finished 18th place the last time and got a better finish here. 19th place for Nini last time. Not bad for her. And look at here. Hakos finished 23rd in round 1, and now she's in the top 12. And Usada Pecora finished dead last in the second round of competition here, and surprisingly, wow, she managed to come back as hard as they can. Not a lot of tributes have actually killed each other, which has to be because of the arena event got the better of them, so it's interesting to see who has it here. Nayday tends to her wounds while Cecilia attempts to start a fire. Narissa begs for Cha-Cha to kill her, refuses, keeping Ravencroft alive. Silvervale tries to treat her infection while Subaru receives clean water. Rainho cries herself to sleep. Probably she's proud of winning. Or making it to the final. Who knows? Hakos attempts to start a fire while Mori convinces Fillion to snuggle because maybe this is the last time we'll ever get to see Fillion in real life. Who knows? Usada cooks her food before putting the fire out, and Nini falls into a pit. Whether it's on purpose or accidental, we'll never know. And accidental is the word because the cornucopia is depressed with food, supplies, weapons, and memories from the Tribute's family. Ravencroft decides to accidentally step on a landmine while in the battle. Hakos decides not to go. Cha-Cha catches Nene off guard. Good top 10 finish for Nene, by the way. Usada can't handle the circumstances, but you know what? I don't think it bothers her because she's in the finals. Silvervale shoots an arrow into Mori, and probably for the better. Rainho decides not to go to the feast, while Cecilia steals from Subaru's memories. Fillion decides not to go to the feast, and this is the competition here. Rainho, Immergreen, and Subaru hunt for their tributes. Silvervale searches for a firewood. Char goes hunting, and Hakos shoots an arrow into Fillion's bubble butt, ending her 24 hours later as she got killed by a poisonous arrow. Just goes to show you what happens when you delete your accounts. We come to night 3 in competition. Subaru, Silvervale, and Char sleep in shifts while the rest of them are cheerfully singing songs to each other. All we know is we're in day 4 with Silvervale searching for a water source. Rainho will actually get a top 5 finish here because Subaru putting her out of her misery. She injures the duck, but it's not over yet. Cha-Cha attacks Cecilia, but manages to escape while Hakos tries to sweep through the entire day. And another arena event takes place, and a tsunami rose into the arena, but unfortunately, Rainho, Silvervale, and Cha-Cha survive, while Cecilia will be the one to defeat Hakos and throw her into the water. Wow, sounds like that tsunami didn't do well for them, but we don't know how much of land they have left. This is the final 4. All we know is competition is here, because keep this in mind, all we can say is only one of them will get 1.5 million subscribers for the win here, so we better watch out. We're in night 4. Silvervale Char tracked down Rainho. Cecilia falls down to a pit, whether if it's accidental, and I'm sure it was because she didn't mean to, bringing us Silvervale and Char to the finals. Here we go, guys. The final 2. Who will get the 1.5 million subscribers? And Char dies from dysentery, giving Silvervale, the round 3 winner of District 4, the winner of the 3rd round. Congratulations, Silvervale, for a great win here. It might have not been easy, but you know what? It wasn't easy for the competitors. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, are our 24 VTubers here are eliminated in competition. You just hate to say it, guys. You just hate to say it. But you know what? I will do a little bit of a bonus type thing here, which is going to be interesting. With episode 97 coming into play here, it's going to be a doozy, I'll tell you that. Because with all this being said, I do have one other round of competition. So next time, guys, before we put these 12 VTubers in the final round with the other 12, there's going to be another episode I'll be getting into play next time, which will be a doozy. Because for now, the doozy is this. I'm going to think about adding these 24 tributes into a elimination round here. Because technically, to be honest, guys, because Fillion finished 7th place in competition right now, and unfortunately, she actually didn't, she's not around anymore, so this is going to be my rule regulation here. Because of a VTuber, I did remember this. If a VTuber is not active at the time, then technically, because even though I did put these 48 VTubers, and I did start this tournament in December, where I put the 48 VTubers when I started, so keep that in mind. But like I said before, I did announce I was going to do this in May. So, not knowing if any of these VTubers were still going to be around, and even looking at all of the names, only 47 of them are still around today, which is kind of surprising during those several months. And same with Crocodile, because seeing that she only had maybe under 100,000 subscribers, she was getting a rookie start into her career. So I just put her in because I had a feeling she was going to get more subscribers by the start. And man, oh man, even other VTubers. So with Iron Mouse finishing 13th place, which means I would almost like to put her in the finals instead, because Fillion is no longer a VTuber. But again, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to think about this next time. Episode 98, I'm actually going to take a little bit of a break. I'm actually going to reunite with one game that it's going to be interesting. So, guys, I was going to say we're going to do 4 rounds, but because Fillion in 7th place, so I'm going to add this to conclusion. Mori finished 7th. Usada Pecora finished 8th. 9th for Nene. Narissa 10th. And 11th for Nini. Which means one of these 24 VTubers will be picked for the competition. And technically, with all this being said, I will do this. Because Fillion is no longer an active VTuber, depending on it, I will put her in the top 24 one more time, just to be safe, because 3 years ago in 2023, she already won a YouTube game before. So I'll give her one more chance because it's unfair. So, but you know what? we'll see what happens next time. So with that being said, I'm going to do a bonus round where I'm going to put these 24 VTubers one more time in the competition and probably to see who the winner is. And the winner will be in District 12 as number 24 in the final round. I am going to think about that. I don't know if I will do that or not, but just think. But if I don't do that, I might put Iron Mouse in the number 24 instead. But again, this is just me just coming up with ideas, but we're just going to have to wait and see. So that's all I'm going to have to say for this video. Look at the entire bloodbath. This competition went downhill crazy. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and see you next time.